Hi, random stranger. If you stumbled onto this video while studying Mandarin Chinese, but you don't know what Danmei is, or you find same-sex relationships offensive in any way, or it's illegal for you for any reason to access LGBT content, then this is not the right video for you. Please press the back button. Thanks and good luck with your studies. If you're still here and you do know what Danmei is, welcome! I've decided that this is the year when I seriously prepare to take the HSK exams. If you already know what the HSK is, you can skip to this timestamp. HSK stands for Hanyu Shui Ping Kaoshi and is a standard test maintained by mainland China for non-native speakers of Mandarin. The current version, HSK 3, was implemented in 2021. For those of you who know Nihongo, this test is similar to the JLPT, Nihongo no Ryokushiken, except that the HSK 3 has 9 exam levels and also tests you on your writing and translation abilities. There's an additional component of the HSK called the HSKK, Hanyu Shui Ping Koyu Kaoshi, which tests your speaking ability. As I keep saying on this channel, my interest in Danmei has led me to learn Mandarin, so I figured why not make studying for the HSK more fun by relating it back to Danmei. So that's what we're doing in this video. Let's start with the most basic, introductions. Most Mandarin study videos and textbooks start out by teaching you how to introduce yourself using this sentence pattern. 我姓 followed by your family name, and then 我叫 followed by your full name. Let's unpack that. 我 is the character meaning I, me, or myself. It is a HSK 3 level 1 character. 姓 means the family name or surname. If you notice, this character contains the radicals 女 meaning woman or female, and 生 meaning life or birth. Why 女? According to my sources, this goes back to a time when Chinese clans were matrilineal. If two people had the same family name, it meant that they had a common female ancestor, so those two people were not allowed to marry each other. So if you think about it, the family name is how your life is traced back to a female ancestor. I hope that helps you remember 姓. Anyway, back to our sentence pattern. The next character we're looking at is 叫. It is an HSK 3 level 1 character, which means to call, to greet, or to shout. It has the radical 口, which means mouth. You'll also see this 口 in other characters which involve the mouth, like 吃 to eat, 喝 to drink, and 唱 to sing. Now let's look at some examples of the sentence pattern.
请问兄台如何称呼？我姓玉，叫玉生烟。
That scene was from the Thousand Autumns Donghua, where Yu Xingyan is introducing himself to Xian Chao. He says, 我姓Yu, 叫Yu Xingyan. To be honest, I'm not sure how common this pattern is in modern speech. It seems that in some contexts, it's fine to just say your family name, like in this episode of Guardian where Zhao Yunlan is introducing himself.
哦，对了，我姓赵，来这儿办案。
What he said was, 我姓赵，来这办案. The second sentence just means, I am conducting the investigation, or I am handling this case, and it has nothing to do with his family name or his full name. And also, in some cases, it seems fine to just state your full name right away, like in this example from Drowning Sorrows in Raging Fire.
领导好，我叫罗翠翠。
领导好，我叫罗翠翠. So here, 罗翠翠 skips the whole 我姓 part and just goes straight to 我叫罗翠翠. The first sentence, 领导好, just means hi boss or hello chief. I guess the important thing to remember here is that the name stated after 赵 is the full name, not just the personal or given name. One thing that I find isn't mentioned as much in Mandarin textbooks is that you can just use 是, which is the equivalent of the English verb be and its various forms am, is, are, and so on to introduce yourself. Here's an interview of Ma Jingyang, Hua Cheng's voice actor in the TGCF Donghua.
Hello， 大家好，我是马正阳，在《天官赐福》动画中为三郎配音。
Hello， 大家好，我是马Jingyang. So here, Ma Laoshi is just saying, "Hello everyone, I am Ma Jingyang." After you've introduced yourself, it's time to ask for the name of the person you're speaking to. The textbook pattern for this has 2 steps. The first step is to ask, 请问你贵姓? 请问 is a polite expression and you can think of it as meaning, may I ask? Then the person you're speaking to can respond using 我姓 followed by their family name or surname, which is what we learned earlier. The closest example I could find of this sentence pattern was this clip from the Guardian drama.
来这儿报案，先生贵姓？
What Zhao Yunlan asked was, 先生贵姓啊? 先生 is an interesting word. Nowadays it just means Mr. or Sir, but in the past it was a form of address for someone's teacher. If you've read Qiang Jinzhou, Shen Zichuan calls Qi Huilian his xianshang, after Qi Huilian offers to teach him about politics and government. Next, let's look at Gui. This character means expensive or valuable, but in this case it's being used as a polite way to ask for someone's surname. Gui Xing, your esteemed or your honorable surname. Ah is a particle which by itself doesn't really mean anything. I've found that in most cases it's used to soften your manner of speech. So I think Zhao Yunlan used this so that his question sounds less like an interrogation and more like just normal conversation. The second step is to ask for someone's full name, 你叫什么名字? Which literally translates to you are called by what name? 你 of course means you, and it has a more polite form, 您, which can be used when you speak to people who have social seniority over you, whether that's an older person, your boss, or a teacher. 您 can be broken down as the characters for 你 and 心, which means heart or spirit. So if you think about it, to call someone using 您 is to call them with all your heart. In Word of Honor, there's an interesting version of 你叫什么名字?
老兵贵，你叫啥名字？
老兵贵，你叫什么名字? According to my dictionary, 老兵 is tuberculosis, but I think I can extend that to mean any chronic disease. 贵 means a ghost or spirit, so basically this uncle is calling Zhou Shu a sickly ghost. 啥 is just another way to say 什么. Rita Mandarin's channel has a good explanation of this, so I'll link it in the description. And 名字, of course, means name. Now that I've told you all that, I'm going to ruin the vibe by telling you that apparently native Chinese speakers don't usually ask the question 你叫什么名字 when meeting new people. This is according to a channel by actual Mandarin teachers Andy and Sarah. To find out why, watch their video, which I have linked below. Before you get mad at me for wasting the last 8-something minutes of your time, let me say this. If you're not a native Chinese speaker, I think most native speakers won't be surprised if you use phrases you learned from a textbook or app, and you might still get asked for your name anyway, so it's better that you know these sentence patterns and how to answer. So, to recap, here are the sentence patterns we covered in this video. And these are the HSK 3 Level 1 characters covered in this video. I hope this helped you learn something, or at least entertained you. Also, if you're trying to memorize Chinese characters for HSK 3 exams, but struggle with characters that look similar, I feel your pain. I've made a list of 20 level 1 characters that look like other characters. If you want to check it out, the link is in the description. And that's the end of lesson 1. Bye bye for now.